Good morning and welcome to the Road to Dreamforce. I'm Marissa Cranes and I am here with a great panel to give you everything you need to know to get ready for this year's Dreamforce, October 4th through 7th, right here in San Francisco. Today we're talking about Salesforce Ohana and why community and culture really matter to Dreamforce. And with us today to discuss that, many-time host, second-time guest, Julie Legal. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Julie Legal. I run strategic events here at Salesforce. Been to almost all the Dreamforces, been at Salesforce a really long time, and very excited to be here today to talk about Ohana.
Thank you, Julie. And first-time guest, so excited and lucky to have you, Molly. Can you please introduce yourself?
Sure, I'm Molly Ford, the Senior PR Manager here at Salesforce, and this will be my 6th Dreamforce.
Thank you so much for coming. And Leslie, always a pleasure.
Leslie Tom, Vice President, Partner Marketing, and this will be my 12th Dreamforce, and I'll be talking about how partners are an integral part of our Ohana and community.
Wow. So a lot of people that are watching may not know exactly what Ohana is. And so they may be getting images of being on the beach, going surfing, drinking a few pina coladas. And while that may be the inspiration for the term, Julie, what is Salesforce Ohana and what's the inspiration for it?
Yeah, well, Ohana, really what it means is family. And as you know, at Salesforce, we have a love for all things Hawaiian. Anyone who's been to Dreamforce has seen the beautiful Hawaiian blessing we've done for the past few keynotes. So Hawaii, very meaningful to us. And Ohana, as family, is a word that we use to refer to, ourselves as a family. So you're all in my Ohana. And it's not just our employees, it's our community that we engage with, our customers, our partners, our entire ecosystem. They're all part of our Ohana. And, the Ohana isn't just the people that are in it, but also sort of the values that embody this Ohana. So it's a very meaningful word for us internally and a way that we really align as a group.
Yeah, so there's a lot of aligning, but what does Salesforce Ohana mean today for us?
Yeah, for us, I think it means something that's really a kind of a deep-seated support system throughout all of our entire company that's really nurtured every day with every employee. But it extends beyond our employees. It really extends to our customers, our partners, our developers, and all of our communities. So it's a really great thing.
Right. We collaborate, we work together, we have fun together, and we deliver customer success together as an Ohana.
Yeah, and we really make sure that we're doing the best things not only for ourselves, but those around us, right? Mm-hmm. So we actually have a slide right now to take you through our 8 values. They can show that right on the screen. So you can see our 8 values of Ohana. And we're going to go through a few of them. So overall, trust, customer success, innovation, giving back, equality for all, wellness, transportation, and fun. And we are going to be going specifically through customer success, innovation, equality for all, and wellness. So let's start with equality. Molly, this has been a huge part of your job. And I really want to talk about, first of all, tell us about this core value of Salesforce and equality. What does that mean to us?
So Salesforce stands for equality for all. You've seen us fight against discriminatory LGBT policies. You've seen us advocate for women. So we really just want to live in a world where everyone is able to be their authentic self. Bring your authentic self to work. Be respected, be part of this Ohana, and we collectively work together to fight for equality for all.
It's really important, and that's one reason that we had this great program that you started last year. Tell me a little bit about the Women's Leadership Summit and how it came to be at Dreamforce 15.
Awesome. So the Women's Leadership Summit, a great day of programming we had last year. We brought some amazing, powerful, diverse women on stage. We had the CEOs of Stitch Fix and TaskRabbit talk to you about how they started a company, finding VC funding, and how they lead. We had Oscar-winning Academy Award actress Patricia Arquette. She talked about equal pay and how she was fighting for equal pay for equal work in her industry. And then we also had Julia Bright of Eventbrite talking about company culture and why that's important, which brings us kind of to the Ohana moment we're having right now, why culture is important.
Yes, and it really happened, and one of the reasons is because Dreamforce is such a great coming together. And it's an opportunity for people to raise their voices and be heard more than ever before. So what's changed since last year? It's not going to be the same day. There's going to be more focused, a more general focus.
Right. So this year we have an exciting day of programming that will be Thursday, October 6th. But we're also going to weave in women's programming, leadership programming all throughout the week. So be sure to check your agenda scheduler and find those sessions. But we're going to have like Representative John Lewis. He's going to come talk to us. And we're really going to have a theme of equality woven into Women's Leadership Summit. So you're going to see the same powerful, diverse women take the stage and talk to you about how they're leading in business. And then we're also going to have a lot of activists talking to you about their journey.
Yeah, so it's not just one area that we're talking about. It's much more of the broader general equality. And that is our theme for the day on Thursday.
Absolutely.
So you mentioned John Lewis. Tell us a little bit more about him, and let's go into a few other of the great speakers that you have coming.
So Representative John Lewis, you'll know him because he marched with Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. He has an amazing, powerful story about his journey of activism that started when he was 17 years old. And then he's going to grace the stage and talk about what he's doing. And he has an amazing book about, it's called March, about his march on Selma. Also, we're going to have, we've kind of got a theme here going with people that are really trailblazers, right? We have Billie Jean King.
Right.
So Billie Jean King is a humanitarian now, but you'll know her for her Battle of the Sexes tennis match, a man against a woman, right? And she's turned into a great humanitarian that supports all causes. Also, we're going to have Anne Marie Slaughter. She wrote the Atlantic magazine expose that was kind of controversial about women can't have it all. Right, so that's an interesting topic that she's going to tackle, as well as we'll have Lilly Ledbetter. And Lilly Ledbetter is the original activist, and Obama named an act out of her, the Lilly Ledbetter Fair Pay Act, which gives women equal pay in the United States.
And I know that you were there when they were discussing that act.
Yeah, it was an amazing moment for Salesforce to share the stage with Lilly Ledbetter and President Obama to talk about equal pay for women and equal pay in the United States and how important it is. We really need to move beyond where women are making 79 cents to the man's dollar. And so that was a triumphant moment for Salesforce because we were able to take the stage and said, we did an assessment. We're committed to equal pay for equal work.
Yeah, and it's great because we talk about this great day that happens at Dreamforce, that we focus on these things, but it's really something that's been going on year-round. And you've been thoroughly involved in this year-round process of equality that Salesforce is pushing.
Absolutely. So Salesforce is committed to equality on 3 fronts: equal pay, equal opportunity, and equal access. So we've doubled down and decided that, diversity is something that helps us with customer success, right? It drives creativity, it drives innovation, and it helps us to better serve our customers and partners that are in diverse communities as well.
Yeah, and so we actually have a slide that you can throw up right now that shows a few of those other great speakers that we have going on. We have the CEO of Black Girls Code that's coming.
Absolutely.
Who they're a great partner of ours as well in our Salesforce.org organization. Very powerful. That's Kimberly Bryant. And we have so many other people coming in and so many great topics like women in the boardroom. And finding career champions. That's something that you've really found within Salesforce.
Absolutely. We think this is a really good session. So workplace equality, finding your career champion. So the difference in a champion and a mentor is someone who, just gives you a little guidance, but a career champion has some skin in the game. They open doors for your career. They put something on the line. They're your greatest critic. They're your greatest praiser. And they really help open doors. So we're going to have our board member, Robin Washington. She's the CFO of Gilead. And she's going to take the stage with her mentor. His name is Godfrey Sullivan. He's the former CEO of Splunk. And they're going to talk about, he's going to say, how did I open doors? How did I identify talent in her? How did I know she's the person I need to invest in? And what did he do to literally have skin in the game to make sure he made a path for her? And I think the important nuance here is, yes, it's the Women's Summit, right? But a man is going to take the stage and say to gentlemen, this is how you can help.
Right.
I mean, let's face it, men are empowered, they're the leaders, that's okay, but we're all in this together. So this is going to be a really interesting session where male leaders are going to say, this is how I helped open a door, this is how I helped identify talent. And I think it's going to be a phenomenal session. I'm looking forward to that one.
I'm excited for so many of these sessions. And we have diversity throughout Dreamforce. And so we have a great film we're going to throw up really quickly. We talked to Mary Scotton, who's a principal. Yes, we all love Mary Scotton. I hope she's out there right now. She's a principal developer evangelist, and she really has been part of the core in pushing diversity in tech at Dreamforce. So if you guys could please roll that film.
I am so passionate about inclusion in tech because the opportunity for tech companies to have a diverse workforce is so big. From a tech company standpoint, the more diversity we have, the more successful we'll be as a company. Women in tech make up maybe 15 or 18% of the tech workforce, whereas in the overall workforce, they make up 47%. And if you're a Black woman or a Latino woman, you're even more underrepresented. And so it's disproportionate, and now that makes me think about, why does that happen? So 2013, my first thing was, how come we don't have more women? Why aren't there more women speaking in the developer track? And so April Nasi said, well, Mary, here's the list of everybody who submitted talks for the developer track. 0 women, 0. Traditionally, the people you see on stage are straight and white and male. And so if you're looking to bring in other speakers, you need to be clear that that's what you want and that those folks are welcome. And we did a lot of outreach, within the community. So we saw an increase in 2014, and then 2015 we saw even more. And so 30% of the developer track sessions in 2015 were women-led. So this year, like every year at Dreamforce and in the Dev Zone, I want to take things bigger. I want to see, more speakers who don't match that traditional straight white male speaker profile. And I wanted to see more attendees, right? So I'm hoping to see kind of, as you move through the Dev Zone, everyone feels included. And so I'm very focused on now inclusion in tech, meaning everyone feels safe, everyone feels welcome, everyone feels comfortable. Feeling welcome in the space is super important. Super excited about all of the momentum around inclusion in tech, and I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at Dreamforce.
Well, Mary Scotton is such an inspiration, and I wonder if she ever stops. You know what I mean? She's doing so much all the time. But we do have such a focus at Salesforce on mindfulness, on wellness. Can you tell me a little bit more about that, Julie?
Yeah, it's funny. It's something that we actually first brought to Dreamforce, I think maybe almost inadvertently, 2 years ago. Ariana Huffington was one of our speakers, and she led a meditation as part of her session. And that all goes back to, our Friday Inspiration Day theme that we've had. But it was interesting, this year at our kickoff, when we talked about our culture, and we really doubled down on that's what was going to be important for us, our CEO stood up and said mindfulness is a part of this, and brought up a monk and led the entire company in meditation and talked about that, mindfulness was going to be part of who we are, talked about its value, and talked about how we're building it into our real estate, building it into our program. And the great news is we've already built it into Dreamforce, and we're going to really double down on it this year. It's going to be great.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the inspirational days and how that started and why we're really doing the final day of Dreamforce? It's part of our special sauce. It's not just this focus on technology.
Yeah. People come to Dreamforce to be inspired, to be empowered, to be transformed. And a lot of that does come from up-leveling your skills and becoming a better developer, admin, marketer, salesperson. But we also feel like people come to learn more about themselves and the world. And that's really was brought in, this idea of bringing in all these thought leaders. And it was really, I think 2012 was the first year that we really kind of put a stake in the ground. And so the last day, I think we used to call it Personal Transformation Day. It started to become Inspiration Day, and we brought in Tony Robbins. And I have to admit, I was a little worried that might be a little bit too much energy, a little bit too much jumping up and down.
The day after Thursday night.
the last morning of Dreamforce. And I think it was on the contrary, it was packed. People stayed for 3 full hours. They were jumping up and down, they were screaming, and the feedback was just overwhelming. All of our Dreamforce community, they loved it. So that's kind of become a tradition for us. And we've had an amazing run of speakers. We've had everyone from Al Gore and Ariana Huffington, who I just referred to. We've had Deepak Chopra. We've had Neil Young. Do a range of topics. And last year we really focused around mindfulness.
Right.
Like I said, Ariana kind of broke the seal for us 2 years ago, but last year it was all around mindfulness and the practice. We had Jack Kornfeld, Donna Karen, Goldie Hawn, Tara Brock, a bunch of practitioners of mindfulness, and then people who are sort of respected leaders in other fields who've come to mindfulness, and it's brought them such great benefit that they're now sort of spreading the word of mindfulness in their sort of daily work. So we're going to continue the theme of having our last day of inspiration, but with a little bit of a different bent, and we're also bringing mindfulness in a different way.
So let's talk about this last day. Mm-hmm. When we went over the agenda last week, our theme for the day was compassion.
Yes. So compassion is sort of both, and I'm going to give my my version of it, but it's sort of an aspect of mindfulness. It's one of the ways you can really practice mindfulness. I know we did this in a team practice just last week about practicing compassion, all the benefits that has. But it's also almost like a pillar of, if you're mindful without the compassion, it almost is mindfulness without a purpose, is the way it's sort of been explained to me. So we're working with a great organization that's helping us bring together a bunch of great speakers around this idea of compassion. A few of them are confirmed and announced already. We can share. We have Dr. Nadine Burke-Harris. So she is a doctor who works on Hillary Clinton's Too Small to Fail initiative and does a lot of things. She's written books about sort of the effects of childhood and how that can have long-term effects. So all about compassion and its role that it plays there. We have Daniel Goleman, who writes about sort of emotional intelligence. So, there you could think of it the way that compassion can really help you, not just to be a good person, which is important, but also, at work, and how emotional intelligence can actually make you more successful. We'll have Larry Brilliant, who has spoken at Dreamforce before. He's one of the people who helped eradicate smallpox in the world. And he has an amazing story of how he got inspired to do that and the community of people that he worked with to really do that. I've actually had the chance to speak with him personally, and he's really an amazing and inspiring person. And
we have some directors.
Yes. So monks. So we have brought in, and I know we're going to talk about the mindfulness thing also, but we have these monks that we've worked with as a company from a place called Plum Village, and they are monks who've studied under a very, very famous man named Thich Nhat Hanh. And there's a film coming out about these monks in this village, Plum Village, called Walk With Me. And the two of the directors of the film are going to be there at Dreamforce. And they will also be speaking as part of this Day of Compassion.
So talk to me about how we're weaving mindfulness, though, beyond just the one day of inspiration, the Day of Compassion.
I keep teasing
How are you going to keep us all mindful throughout Dreamforce with all of the excitement that's happening?
Well, none of you get to be mindful because you're all going to be working.
Right.
What?
But our attendees.
Ridiculous.
No, you guys. So, we didn't like the idea of, last year was mindfulness and this year, because it's something else, there's no more mindfulness at Dreamforce. Because again, it's core to who we are as a company. We're really finding ways to bring it into the workplace. So how can we share it with the Dreamforce community? And we're doing that in a couple ways. First of all, we are building a dedicated mindfulness space. It's going to be in Moscone South, and you are welcome to go in there anytime you need a break from the hustle and bustle of Dreamforce. It is not a cell phone charging room. It is not a take a quick conference call room, but it's going to be a dedicated space. We're working with some very experienced people to turn it into a mindfulness space. And there will be resources in there if you don't know how to get started on really how to begin to meditate, focus on breathing, and get all these benefits that I know that Marissa, you and I have been part of this mindfulness practice at work, have really been, experiencing. And I think what a great thing to have. But these monks are also going to be coming to Dreamforce from Plum Village and a few other places, and they're going to be leading meditation. Right now we're thinking it's going to be twice a day, once in the morning, once probably noon, early afternoon. So if you really want some guidance and some help, you can go into this room. There'll be monks leading meditations. I believe we're going to put it in Agenda Builder. So you can actually have it on your schedule. You'll know it's in there. Go start off your day with mindfulness, and then
I might need to be there. I feel like that will be the day that there will be a certain point of the day where all the people that work for Salesforce are suddenly going over there.
I'll know where to find Marissa.
Exactly.
Sorry guys, just needed a quick
her.
break hanging out with monks.
Yeah, so I think this is going to be really great. Again, the little forays we've done of putting it on Friday and talking about it have been very well received, and we hope that you guys are excited as we are about these spaces and the opportunity to, also frankly to meditate with these, very trained, experienced monks. I know we had Brother Spirit at kickoff, really inspiring.
Yeah.
Yes, so we have such great inspiration with the Day of Compassion, with the monks, but we also have some great new programming that is inspirational. And we have our, I don't even know what to call him, Captain Kurt, something along those lines that's exciting, who's gonna be talking to us in the content corner about this new programming. Take it away, Ranger Kurt.
Ranger Kurt. Hi, everybody. I'm Kurt. Welcome to this week's Content Corner. I'm joined by my friends Astro and Cloudy the Goat to talk to you about a new series of talks that we have this year called Dream Talks. Really excited about these. They're 25 minutes in length. They're going to be interspersed throughout the course of the 4 days at Dreamforce. And we have just an incredible lineup. We're still building the lineup, but just to give you a little teaser, of some of the speakers that we have lined up already. We have Jen Palka from Code to America, who's done a lot of work on what does it mean to be a citizen in the digital age, and how can we get more citizens to participate instead of just standing on the sidelines. Jeffrey West, who's a theoretical physicist, who's done some really interesting work on the life of cities, and now he's doing a lot of work on the life of publicly traded companies and how they can actually predict the rise and fall of companies. We have Dr. Partha Subeti from Harvard, who was one of the lead researchers and marshaled a global army to fight Ebola and ended up eradicating Ebola. She's going to come and talk about how they're using the learnings from fighting Ebola to fight the Zika virus and some of the progress we've made on that and how they're really transforming the way research and science is done. Also, Dr. Atul Butte from UCSF is going to come and talk about, he's really an expert in big data and precision medicine on how analyzing data can help predict and then prevent childhood diseases. From Australia, we have some friends from the Olga Tennyson Autism Research Center, and they've created this really amazing mobile app that they've rolled out that allows parents to identify if they have questions or if their children are exhibiting any behavior they think might put them on the autism scale, that they can use this mobile app to help identify that and get them into treatment, because studies have shown the faster that kids get treated, the more likely they are to have a productive life, even if they do have autism. And then finally, Shahzad Rafati, who is the CEO from Broadband TV, is going to come and talk about how the democratization of video is really changing the world. And now with mobile and with expanded broadband everywhere, how the access to video is really changing the way all of us live our lives. So that's just a few teasers. All these sessions will be up. You'll find them on dreamforce.com and of course in the agenda builder, and we'll be announcing more in the next couple weeks. So really excited about Dream Talks. Hope you check them out. And back to you, Marissa.
Thanks so much, Kurt. So we're going to go into a little bit more of how we innovate in our customer success. Leslie, how is Salesforce Ohana really part of our customer and our partner community?
Well, I'll tell you, Marissa, it's actually our partners, as we were talking about, are an integral part of our entire Ohana and our entire ecosystem as a whole that helps us, makes us successful. Our partners really help amplify our message. They make us more sticky in terms of helping us with customer success, and they actually help us drive new customers as well. But one of the things that really showcase our partners and their integration is in the Salesforce Ohana book. We actually produced a book that really showcases a lot of our partners and our customers and the values that we have here at Salesforce. So it's great because we have partners integrated through this whole book, and you can find them at any one of our Salesforce lobbies. They're great books that really tell the story of our Ohana.
Yeah, and I know that originally they weren't part of that.
That's right. Mark looked at it and he said, where are our partners? Where are our employees? So we have partners, employees, and customers and developers all included in this Salesforce Ohana book.
That's great. Mm-hmm. So Dreamforce is a great representation of our ecosystem. Mm-hmm. And again, that's not just Salesforce. What do you think makes Dreamforce different from other tech conferences?
Well, as we were talking about, I mean, Julie kind of hit on it too, is that a lot of this, I think Dreamforce, that makes it super unique is the fact that it's really a transformation of not just your business, but for yourself. And I think that's why we kind of used to call it a transformational sandwich. It's like transformation for you as a person, your business, and at the end, on the day of compassion. So it's a great thing that really encompasses everything. And I think for all of our partners, our employees, our developers, everybody that comes, including obviously our customers, it really brings everyone together to celebrate success and really set the vision for the future together.
And that makes us grow as well. So how do those elements of growth really, affect the experience at Dreamforce?
Yeah, the partners are definitely a part of that because they really have helped us transform and grow our business. And I think whether you're looking for our customers, if you're looking for apps to help extend your Salesforce implementation, we have a lot of app builders that you can see, of course, all the apps on the App Exchange, but of course you can see all of those apps in person at Dreamforce. We have a huge Cloud Expo that really represents our entire ecosystem under one roof. Our new Cloud Expo not only has our entire showcase, but all of our partners in one place. So when you come in through that Cloud Expo, you're going to see the impact of our entire ecosystem to support our customers. But also, if you're looking for custom app development or and services, we also have a lot of our consulting partners there Everyone from Accenture, Deloitte, PwC, Capgemini. We have Blue Wolf, an IBM company, also there. But one of the things that we wanted to highlight too is just like Deloitte Digital talking about the Salesforce Ohana spirit, is that they really envelop and take it to heart. They're profiled in the Ohana book, and they really
show
talk
that
about
to the camera?
They really talk about how they're being committed to their customers, their own employees, and really giving back to communities. So we've profiled Paul Clemens here from Deloitte in the Ohana book, and we really want to thank, obviously, Deloitte too for their generous donation to the UCSF Children's Hospitals as well. They've done a great job in doing that. Also for Juma Ventures, one of their foundations.
It's always great to see them really take on that Ohana spirit themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So how can people really take the most advantage of the Cloud Expo?
Yeah, I think the Cloud Expo, well, obviously it's massive. We'll have 400 partners represented in 450 different areas in terms of like booths throughout the Dreamforce campus. We'll have the Cloud Expo. So it's not just limited to the Cloud Expo. There's zones, there's lodges, there's very much sessions that are all part of the places where our customers can all see partner solutions and services and apps as well. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, and one of the keys is get ahead of it. Start looking
start
in there
planning.
now. Look on the Dreamforce website.
That's right.
Look and see what partners you want to look to and connect with them before coming to
That's
Dreamforce.
right.
So I want to go through your top 5 best practices for engaging with partners.
For you hit on it. I think there's 5 that are really simple to, you talked about the Dreamforce, going to the Dreamforce website, really planning ahead, downloading the mobile app, as soon as it becomes available, so you can check that out. You can go to over 20 app exchange sessions. You can go to partner sessions as well. So those are all integrated. One thing I wanted to make a plug for too is for App Exchange. For anybody who's looking to see these App Exchange apps, we're going to have something really fun and engaging that's being put on by the App Exchange marketing team, my team, the partner marketing team, as well as all of our partners. So it's going to be a very engaging, fun game to play with lots of prizes.
Ooh, what's that? What's it called?
It's, I can't reveal
Oh, okay.
yet.
Can't reveal yet, but look out for it.
Tune in. So I think the last thing, of course, is we want to invite all of our customers who are attending Dreamforce to the App Bash, which is on Thursday night. Starts at 8 o'clock, and we invite all of our customers to the event at CityView.
All right, so let's throw that slide up there with our top 5 tips for engaging with partners. Now we're going to jump into it slightly separate, but how do partners make the most out of Dreamforce? Because they're on opposite sides of the coin, but they definitely work together very well.
That's right.
So what can partners expect at Dreamforce?
So this year, because our partners are taking such a big representation of Dreamforce itself, we're having over 10,000 of our partner attendees at Dreamforce. It's a huge part of Dreamforce as a whole. So we have them integrated throughout, not just from a sponsor perspective, but also from an attending perspective. They're working to learn and engage and get connected with the latest technology. And we have a home base for them, which is the Partner Lodge at the Park Central Hotel. This is the 3rd year that we're having it there, but our partners can expect to really get hands-on with the technology. We have a lot of really great announcements that are coming up in terms of our products. And of course, an opportunity to really engage with each other, because that's how we help them really grow their business.
All right, so I'm a big fan of top 5. So I had you make also a top 5 tips for partners.
That's right.
So first, what's your first tip?
The first tip is to come to the partner keynote. So the partner keynote's on Tuesday at 10 o'clock. Come to the partner welcome reception, which is from 3 to 5 in the Park Central Hotel. Of course, the Park Central Hotel will be your home base. You can obviously roam around the entire Dreamforce campus until you get really tired and you need a moment to relax or engage or attend sessions. And of course, you can come to the Park Central Hotel for the Partner Lodge experience. And of course, the Partner Lodge itself has over 80 partner-facing sessions that they can attend to really learn more. And that's for partners not just who have been with us for a long time, but are also new to the community. So we can really bring everyone together in one spot. And of course, the last one is really attending the App Bash, of course, because that's where our customers, Salesforce employees, and our partners all can come together for a big, huge celebration.
And I have high hopes that maybe this year will be the year that Julie will attend.
You never know.
always invited.
I might make it to a Dreamforce party.
I think we'll have to do a special escort for her.
Yeah, I mean, now that I'm not hosting, it frees up a lot of time. So maybe.
And you know, the view from City View is so special. It's such a great view of not only San Francisco, but you can actually look down on the Dreamforce campus
That's
and really
right.
see where you've been socializing during the day.
That's
So
right.
I think that, Julie, we may get you there this year.
Maybe.
That's right. Special pass, VIP pass.
VIP pass.
You don't go anywhere for a VIP pass.
Well, also extending beyond our partners, our customers, our employees are a lot of the people that work for us externally, and they don't maybe not be getting a paycheck from Salesforce, but they are so special to Salesforce and so incredible, and those are our MVPs and people that are part of our user groups. So we have Amanda Garcia and Erica Kuhl, queen of the MVPs, on a little film that they're going to tell us a little bit about the MVPs and user groups. So go ahead.
Let's talk about the heart of Salesforce, the MVPs. Tell me a little bit about this program and why they're so special to Salesforce.
The MVPs are really incredible. This is a program that's been around for 6 years, and it was started to reward and recognize our top experts and contributors for their ongoing contributions. And really nothing has changed in the 6 years. We really have this amazing network we've built of individuals that are giving of their time, of their knowledge, of their energy to make the greater community more successful using Salesforce.
MVPs are all over at Dreamforce. How can attendees connect with them on site?
So they are everywhere, just like you said. They are in the admin zone teaching sessions. They're running booths. They are in the developer zone teaching sessions, in breakouts, having small meetups. They're everywhere because they're really the most invigorated by providing back to the greater community all of their expert knowledge.
So what if we don't want to wait until Dreamforce to connect with them? How can we connect with them now?
So of course they're on the Success community, very active. So connect with any one of them there. They would be thrilled to have the opportunity. And they're also extremely passionate and active on Twitter. And the Salesforce Twitter handle has a list of all of the MVPs, and so you can follow every one of them there.
How do we expand the reach of Dreamforce to other groups globally?
So we have this incredible program called the User Group Program. It has groups all over the globe, 370 of them in over 40 countries. And these are individuals that instead of going home after a day's work, they're instead meeting together and talking about how to make each other more successful. These are customer-run volunteer groups, and they're broken down generally by region or by vertical or even by affinity, like women in tech. But we know that not everybody can come to Dreamforce and connect there on site, so we're bringing that live experience out into our community through live viewing parties. That way they can connect with Dreamforce and they can also connect with each other. So everyone watching, make certain you join your local user group, and we'll see you at Dreamforce.
So we get to give away one free pass every episode, thank you, Julie, to a lucky subscriber. So this is also a key reminder. If you have not subscribed to the Road to Dreamforce reminder emails, please do so on this video's page. And then you'll get reminders, you'll get some inside tips, and you could possibly win a free pass. So our free pass this year, you guys ready? A little drum roll. Woo. It is Tony Svoboda. Tony is from Locology LLC, and so I will email you later today with additional details. Thank you so much for subscribing, and we hope you caught this right now live because that is the most fun. Well, thank you guys so much for joining me today. You guys make me feel the Salesforce Ohana deep inside, and for all of our partners, our employees, our all of our customers, everyone is really part of this, and we're so excited to have them join us at Dreamforce this year. Yes?
Yeah,
Yes, sir. That's
Yeah.
right.
And you can find me with the monks every morning when they will be leading meditation. Next week, we'll be talking about Dreamforce for IT. And so that will be a great episode with great information on all of the different sources that people that are working in IT can get out of Dreamforce. We'll also have some fun included in that, so stay tuned even if you're not specifically working in IT. So thank you guys again. And for you guys all out there, if you had any questions online or just can't get enough, head over to the Dreamforce Facebook page for One for the Road, our official Dreamforce Road to Dreamforce after show, where we will be getting to all of your comments and questions. Otherwise, we look forward to seeing you next week, Tuesday at 11 a.m. Pacific time for more Road to Dreamforce.
Yay.
We did it.